Inside my life, training for 100 miles is extremely challenging. But if I want to reach my 100-mile goal in 51 days and avoid the heartbreak of dropping mid-race, I need to ensure my training, diet, and work ethic are all on point so I can feel the excitement rip through my veins when I overcome the darkest depths of the trail on May 16th.
Good morning, Beasts. We are almost a mile into our 8-mile easy run. And I'm also 51 days away from my 100-mile ultramarathon. Honestly, during prep, my issue isn't getting up and logging the miles. So 100-mile prep has definitely pushed me, for sure. But it hasn't been too hard for me just to wake up and hit the workouts. Because when I could track something, that is an area which I thrive in.
The only thing on my mind right now is getting to the finish line of this race. Because while crushing my body with 73 miles a week, I'm genuinely the most physically, mentally, and emotionally pushed I've ever been, which is exactly what I wanted during race prep.
The legs are feeling strong.
And I've learned that just like with anything else I've experienced, that the more you do something, the better you get. Because with my endurance, I can run a 9:45 minute per mile pace at a 140 heart rate, which is the best it's ever been. Sup, Beast? This day is turning out to be absolutely beautiful. It's like 70 degrees outside, and I'm feeling great on this ride to the gym. But as prep gets deeper, our legs get more tired, our mind gets more beat up. If I'm being 100% honest, the more I miss kind of just this balanced lifting schedule within my routine. And even though strength has stayed very similar, I've learned a lot about lifting during this prep. 1. Running doesn't destroy your gains, because I have been lifting 2 days a week for the past 8 months and still put on some muscle. And 2, through running crazy miles, lifting weights on some days with barely any sleep, as a young person, your body's recovery is ridiculously fast. But even though my fitness has been incredibly strong, other aspects of my life have been failing. Alright, so it's one day later and we had a mega busy day today. 19 miles in the morning, shopping with the grandma all day, and working tonight until our eyes bleed. And honestly, I'm learning a lot through this. And with YouTube fitness and other goals, the thing that I'm lacking the most is social connection, and that alone for me is kind of just wrecking my mental health. I've set out categories of goals to ensure I move forwards with my life, and I've pretty much hit all of them. But the one thing that I'm incredibly unhappy with now is how much I'm seeing my friends.
Hey guys. Here.
And I'm all in for a bit of sacrifice here and pushing yourself to do meaningful and important things. But over the past 8 months, I'm learning that my heart, mind, and soul are not fulfilled without strong relationships. But I'm in prep, so sacrificing must be made. Alright, it's a day later, and we are 49 days out, boys, from officially crushing this goal, which I am ready for. We're at a new trail, Stokes. I've never ran it before. Yesterday we did 19 miles, today we're doing 17, so we're already pretty fatigued. But in order to reach this 100-mile goal, these back-to-back long runs are super important to run on tired legs so I can get that feel of being exhausted and still needing to run. But I think this trail is going to be absolutely beautiful, and that it was. But since I'm a physically fit 18-year-old, the 19 miles that I hit the day before didn't actually affect me that much because of that ridiculously fast youth recovery.
Went on the wrong trail. Now we're navigating our way back.
Yes. And I think the best part about running in nature is I truly enjoy running with people, but also the adventure that you get when you discover a new terrain or push to see a new environment that you've never seen before.
About 10 miles in, Bruns Adventure has been fairly cool. It's been a slower, nothing crazy. We're not pushing this run, but as I said yesterday, I did 19 miles, so all I'm really worried about is just stacking up these mileage as we get into the later weeks.
And as my legs dragged through the rest of the run and our conversations continued on, we started to pick up the pace, which actually ended up being a really solid workout for those last couple of brutal miles. Yep. The only thing on my mind is May 16th. I am ready for this race to be done to prioritize social connection again. My mind is fried, my body is fried, and this is the hardest I've intentionally pushed myself for goals I think I have ever done in my whole life. 100-mile prep is closing in fast, and I definitely don't know the thoughts that will be ripping through my mind on the mountain at 2 a.m. with 30 miles left to run, but what I do know is the struggle on this prep has made me crumble at some points, and that I'll do just about anything to complete this race and stomp on that finish line's throat as I rip through the bright red tape, knowing that with hard work and discipline, you can achieve far more than you ever thought.